Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to this Facebook Live Q&A with me, Thomas, and our wonderful game designer, Jess. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Wonderful. So, obviously, we're in the festive spirit. I'm one of Santa's little helpers. I'm not Santa himself, but the question on all of your minds is, what's going on with the event? Jess.
Yep. Hi, everyone. Again, I can just see all of you there. Lots of you already. So we're here to talk about this year's winter event. And essentially, you are back off to meet Isabella in Mistletoe. So if you played the event last year, you will recognize the whole event. Basically when you start the event, you will see a lovely scene of Mistletoe, but in the darkness or in the night, and you will see lots of colorful gifts in front of you, and basically you are tasked at opening gifts, and you use stars to open gifts, and each gift you open will give you, as you would expect, a lovely reward. That's basically the premise of the event, is collecting stars, and you can do this multiple ways by completing quests, logging in every day, your incidents in the city, the usual business. Find little incidents around your city and tap on them and they will give you stars. And of course you can purchase them as well. And then you spend 10 stars to open each gift, and there's lots of different kinds of rewards that you can find. There's like resources, items, buildings. There's the daily special. There's a bunch of other stuff which we'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, you can also find the daily special. So you can get all the buildings from the last couple of years, amongst other things. And you will also find 3 other interesting items, or I guess things amongst the gifts. One will be something called the shuffle, and the shuffle, as it sounds like, will basically shuffle all the gifts, so you have to basically reopen everything again. And there will be something to allow you to see 2 other presents on the board, so like, I guess, like, have a little peep into what the reward could potentially be in the gift. And the other one is a buy 2. So they're like, I guess, the main guts of the event. But last but not least, I guess the thing that most people care about is you can also get a grand prize, or the special reward, which you see on the right side of the event. Says grand prize. And to do this, every time you open a gift, you will get something in return, and they're little matchsticks. So you'll be able to see in the top right corner, you have like your inventory of matchsticks. And for every matchstick you use, you can light up 1 to 3 candles, in which are basically 1 candle per house of Mistletoe. So as you use your matchsticks, you will light up the town of Mistletoe. So it's not in darkness because it had a blackout. So if you've read the quest line, you will know why it's in darkness. You use your matchsticks to basically light up the town, and then eventually light up the town's Christmas tree, and then you get your grand prize reward. So that's it. Yeah.
So the event has been online for about a week or so. We've all been in the festive spirit since the beginning of December. Some people have already started listening to George Michael, but we also have some questions already from the forum. And one of them is, which type of awards are available in the calendar?
The calendar. Great question. Actually, I can give a little introduction to the calendar, because it's a favorite topic. The calendar is, again, as it sounds, a reward or an advent calendar style feature of the winter event. We had it last year as well, and you'll see it like on the left side of the event window. There's a little calendar, and you tap this and you get this beautiful overview of the calendar. And basically There are doors, one for each day of the event. So there's 32 doors. The event is around 33 days, but there's basically a door for every full day of the event. And you can open every single door on the calendar and you'll get a reward. So you'll be able to get the reward behind it. And to do this, you need to find a key to open the door. And like I said, every day a new door unlocks. So you cannot open all the doors on the first day. You have to wait each day to unlock the door of that day. And to get the key, you basically, as you would think, you need to open gifts, and inside a gift you will find a key. Now, it's not that easy. You need to find one key each day. So you need to really play the event every day. And each day you can find only one key, one full key for that door of the day. So when you find the key, it will kind of slot into the door and then you can tap it to open it. However, you can, if you keep playing in one day after you've collected the key, you can still find additional key parts in the gifts. So if you're playing after you find one key, you can keep playing and you'll be able to still collect bits for the calendar. And basically, if you find 5 key parts or master key parts, you can create a master key. And a master key can be used on doors that you didn't get to find the daily key for that day. So if you didn't play the event the day before and you didn't find the full key of that day, you can use a master key to open a door that you missed. You can also purchase master keys. So if you haven't been able to play the event in a while, you can also purchase them. So yeah, and the rewards, there's lots of different kinds. There's selection kits for winter buildings that we've had previously. There's lots of resources, different items. Yeah, lots of stuff. But I guess the thing that most people care about is the calendar collection reward, and that is you can view the content of it on the when you look at the calendar, and it contains a selection kit for this year's event building, plus a cool avatar and a parlor car building. And the parlor car building is a car that you can attach to 2019's winter train building. So you can get that and attach it to your train to make your train longer again. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and so basically you've listed all of the ways in which you can get the key pieces. I have here. Oh, actually, so Jason has told us that he loves the game. Thank you very much indeed for that.
Nice.
We do it. We do it for you. Why we want to make you happy. But George has got a question.
Yep.
When will new items be placed on the antique market?
Great question, George. So we do this periodically. We usually wait about a few months, and we update the antique sealer with rewards that are due to come in. So for example, we will be adding antiques. We will be adding items next week, at least on beta. And yeah, we usually do it every couple months. So yeah, we don't do it every week or every release. It's every couple months.
That Jerry asks, what determines how many matches you get?
It's totally random. So you can get between 1 and 3. Sorry, what determines how many matches? So matches, you get one match per gift you open. But when you use a match, you can light between 1 and 3 candles in for the grand prize. So each candle is basically a symbol for houses in Mistletoe. So if you light 3 candles with 1 matchstick, you light up 3 houses in Mistletoe, which means 3 progress towards the grand prize. So if you're really lucky and you use one matchstick and you're constantly getting 2 to 3 candles, then happy days. But the amount of candles per matchstick is random, between 1 and 3.
Okay. Michael is asking why we don't see a snow-covered landscape throughout the entire event.
Yeah, that would be really nice. What we have is, obviously it snows every time you open gifts, which is a nice on theme environment action, I think, which is nice. Like when you open gifts, only when you open gifts you get snow in your city. So yeah, I think we just did it like that versus having the city completely always in snow. I guess there's some players who wouldn't want snow always there.
Exactly. Some of our Australian, New Zealand, South African players, you know, they're in the middle of summer right now, so Christmas is not necessarily always a snowy event.
Yeah, true. Yeah, barbecue in Australia.
It'd be wonderful. Just go on a holiday down under. Judith is asking, why did you lock out some of the upgrades, but others not?
To be honest, Judith, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Lock out, perhaps you mean when you get a reward in your inventory, they're locked. I think that's what you mean. So certain items, when you get them and they go into your inventory, they're locked, meaning you can't, for example, exchange them in the antiques dealer. We did this because event buildings, for example, are really valuable, and we didn't want players to make the mistake of exchanging them in the antiques dealer by accident. So really, like, you have to go and unlock it in order to do that, because again, they're really valuable. So usually people wouldn't want to do that when they first get the item. It's more just to make sure that players aren't doing that by mistake. And then there's some items which are not necessarily less valuable, but just you get so many of them that we didn't lock those ones. So yeah, that's why we basically just focused on the ones that were really valuable, that we assumed players wouldn't want to exchange.
Then we have a question from Runo, who is in Norway, which is definitely much more on the colder side of things as far as Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. He says that it's very hard to do quests when we are small players, I guess, at the beginning of the game.
It's a fair point. Quests are it's a recurring topic. Quests are something that we have been looking into over the past while, is like trying to get the perfect difficulty curve for all players of every age. I know that they can be quite difficult for early players. So we will have a look at this. But we did try and make it very easy at the beginning. Also not having quests at the beginning that are you need to have a certain feature that's unlocked later in later ages. For example, the Friends Tavern or the Antiques Dealer, like that's unlocked in a later age. So we try to do that so early quests don't have those. But yeah, it's always something that we will continue to tweak and try and get better. But it should be easier at the beginning and then kind of ramp up towards the end. But yeah, I know it's hard for early players. So yeah, we will keep tweaking.
Okay. Paul is asking, when will the newer event building upgrades like the Athlon, Abbey, Mountain Reservation, and Golden Harvest be available in the Antiquity store?
I guess they mean the antique store. Yeah. Soon. Again, we are adding stuff over the next couple weeks. So yeah, we will be adding those along with some of the newer event buildings. So usually, I think the golden crops, so the recent fall building, won't be in there in this update. because we have a certain amount of time before every item that's introduced in the game is then introduced into the antique store. We wait a certain amount of time. So, but yeah, there will be new items added soon.
So some Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Jeep Man's Opinion from YouTube has asked if we will get a new historical event.
Oh, that's a lovely question. So many people share this interest and are asking us as well. And I can also tell you from like the dev team, everyone loved the historical events, and every time we're like thinking about new events or event mechanics or themes, like it's always brought up. Let's try and bring back the historical events, or should we like reuse the historical events and stuff. So we're also always trying to either find new ways of doing them or reintroducing them somehow. Also, the buildings that you got for the historical event were super cool. I think you can get those in the antique dealer. You could get like a little Cleopatra, a building that gave you Cleopatra. She was walking around your city, and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah. Watch this space for 2022 because we have to do a lot of new cool things. So potentially we will think about this as well. But yeah, it's talked about a lot, so that's usually a good thing. Okay.
Lacour has just said, continue the nice work on developing the games, and thanks. It's very nice of you. Africa Doctors has posted and said, hi from Hawaii, happy holidays to you too. Can we get better neighborhood rotations?
Again, a reoccurring topic. Neighborhoods are a little bit tricky, and sorry. Sorry.
For being right now.
Home office. We're always trying to also improve neighborhoods and things like guilds. Anything to do with multiplayer is always a tricky topic, and we're always trying to tweak this and make it better. So we have nothing currently planned, but who knows in the future.
I see here. So Dragon Cat on YouTube is saying, I don't like the game, I love the game, but in all caps. So there we go. And also Alex is greeting us from Scotland and saying, love the game, keep up the good work. Thank you very much. But we do have a question from, forgive me if I get the pronunciation wrong, Kiel Sintun on YouTube. And they said there that this event is not balanced for normal players. Jess, do you have feedback there?
Yeah. It depends. So the event there's lots of things in the event, which I actually haven't told everything about the event, but the event it has many parts. So there's certain parts of the event that are totally optional. Like you, as a player who wants to just play the main event, you don't have to play every single part of the event. For example, the calendar is totally optional. You don't necessarily have to play this. Of course, if you play it, you'll get extra rewards and extra selection kits for the event building, but it's not something that you have to 100% focus your attention on. Same with the reindeer sleigh we have. That's also optional. You get a little reindeer every time you find the daily special in the gifts, and then this is added to Santa's sleigh, and it gives you like special rewards and exclusive rewards that you don't get from the gifts, and then you can pay to basically cash out and get all the cool rewards from it. But that's also totally optional. And when I say optional, I mean you as a player can play the event and open all the gifts and complete the quests to get one event building. So we always say that the building, that the event is possible to get one full event building when you're completing all the quests and logging in every day and being active. that's the case for this event. It may not always be for every event in the future, but for this event, it's totally the case. You can play this, play all the quests, log in every day, and you can still get one full event building. So that's the same, and that's definitely the case here as well. So if you want to get one of the winter canals, which are beautiful buildings, there's two of them. It's a branching building, so you can get two types of canals, like the festive canal or the joli canal, and they work alongside the winter bakery buildings from last year. So you can actually build them beside your winter bakery, and they kind of look like they form a set, not mechanically, but they aesthetically they're super beautiful. And the buildings are really good this year, guys. Like the joli is like everyone's favorite. It gives you attack for defending and attacking armies, and lots of forge points. And the festive canal gives lots of or a boost for defending for your defending and attacking army. So, and also lots of forge points. They're really, really good buildings. And yeah, like I said, you can totally get one full building as a I don't know what your definition of normal player is, but as a engaged player, totally. I hope that helped.
Of course. Guido has a question. Will there ever be a world without the Ark?
Again, really, really tricky question. The Ark is like, it's somehow fundamental now. We have talked about a world without the Ark, or how we could change the Ark if we wanted to. But it's so kind of fundamental. Players are using it now for so long. Any player who's like in an engaged skills knows what I mean. At the moment, no. We will keep the Ark as it is, but yeah, the game is getting to it's nearly 10 years. So we're always trying to find ways to shake things up a little bit. But at the moment, right now, in the next couple updates, there's no plan right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marty Forever 91 on YouTube has asked about getting more building space, because he hasn't been able to place all of his event buildings.
Yep. I also am totally jammed in my city, and would also that's the problem, right? We're giving you so many nice event buildings, and especially when we give, like, some of our buildings lately have been quite big, and if we give, like in this case, two good buildings, like a branching, so you want to have at least both, it's really hard to find space in your city. All I can say is totally watch the space, like, just yeah.
Okay. Heather asks whether or not Forge is working on making the recurring quests permanently disableable, or abortable, rather. Excuse me.
Okay, reoccurring quests are also a topic that comes up all the time. It's also kind of not, I don't want to say like ARC, but yeah, it's a topic on our side as well. We intend to make some changes with the whole kind of quest system. So yeah, daily challenges and stuff like that. So yeah, we will be looking into this in 2022. Yeah, again, not when I'm talking about, it's not like something that we're going to release in the next update, but yeah, we're looking into this.
Telly Washington asks, will there ever be some kind of recruiting tool to help recruit guild players?
Our communication systems in Forge are also a topic. Like, we recently did the update on the well, it wasn't recent at all, on the message center. So we are also trying to invest some of our time into making like a nicer social system and a nice, because I know that it's really hard for. Did I cut off? Am I here?
You're back. You're still there.
Sorry. I don't know what got through. But yeah, we know that it's a lot of work for guilds and for guild leaders, or for high-ranking leaders. They have a lot of work to do and a lot of organizing. And if we can do things to make that whole flow nicer, especially since we're adding a lot of new guild features, yeah, we will probably put some thought into this also in 2022, like communication systems, and also potentially making things easier for guilds. Yeah, but again, not right now.
So Kathy now asks, why not give more shrink kits for some of the bigger buildings?
Really, really good idea. I think that's a really great idea, Kathy. Yeah, I think shrink kits are super popular for the buildings that they affect, because we don't have shrink kits for every building. And I think it makes sense to, like with the complaint earlier about we need more space, to kind of utilize shrink kits more. And I think that's a really cool topic. So yeah, we will look into that. Yeah. Because a lot of our buildings are really good and we want to keep them around. And I'm pretty sure if people had more space or ways to kind of manipulate space, they would be more inclined to keep certain buildings, because I guess you're deleting or storing a lot of your buildings to make space for like newer stuff. So yeah, great idea. Yep.
Okay, we've got 3 minutes or so left. So please carry on asking those great questions. We've got another question here. Are all the daily special awards on live the same as the ones which were on beta?
No. So we don't promise that this will always be the case. We use beta to really like test events and get feedback from you guys and listen to you guys on what you're liking and what you're not liking. So it can be the case that we change a lot of stuff about the event. The whole grand prize rewards and order could be totally different, or the daily specials themselves could be different. So they aren't different this time. Sometimes we don't change them. They are slightly different. And yeah.
Okay. And another question we have here, what are the maximum number of key pieces that you can get on any given day?
Really good question. So like I said, every day you can find one full key. So it's called like the daily key, and you have to get that on that day for that door. So if I play today, I will find one full key today for today's door. If I find that key, I can then find as many master key pieces as I find, meaning I have to open presents in order to find these keys. Each pool, like each gift round, I guess, has at least one calendar present in it. So just keep playing and opening gifts, and you can literally find as many as you want. There's no like limit each day. We don't have a hard limit. So yeah.
Okay. We have a comment here from Lacour again, saying that there will always be a lack of space because there's always something nice to put into it, which is very nice.
Yeah.
So it looks like we've come to an end of this. Jess, thank you ever so much for answering all of those questions.
Anytime.
We hope to be able to do another live Q&A for Forge Bowl next year. But until then, I wish you all a very merry, happy holidays and a happy new year. And we hope to see you playing in the game all that time. Goodbye.
Bye.